The world of The Witcher has many interesting characters, from funny, sarcastic, dry humor, or just straight up cool and badass. However, there are also many characters that are just straight up just human, and I personally feel that Eskel fits that trait the most. It's pretty ironic since Witchers are supposed to be void of all emotions, but Eskel feels like the most human of them all. While a lot of things in The Witcher are political, Eskel avoids it and he says it himself.
I'm a simple Witcher wolf. Don't fight dragons, don't fraternize with kings, and don't sleep with sorceresses. Unlike some.
Eskel and Geralt grew up together and they were best friends. Both are kind of just teasing each other, just making small jokes here and there. I mean, just remember the time with the forktail.
Alright, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Gonna tell me which side of the knife to cut with next?
The sharp one. Come on, hurry up.
Or even the time with the Catacan's autopsy where Geralt kind of looks like he's in charge, but he's just giving Eskel some instruction.
Mind if I have a look?
Want to do the honors?
No thanks. You cut. I'll grab a bite to eat. Open its gut. So, anything interesting?
Bits of undigested food. A few decades worth, looks like. Human hair, a belt buckle, a few coppers, and a gold ring. Want to give it to Yennefer? Ought to be as good as new once you polish it a bit.
No thanks. She only wears silver.
That's her loss.
It's a pretty funny dynamic they have together. Just like all Witchers, Eskel is not emotionless. The Witchers having no emotions, that's honestly just a rumor, which is false. Just think about our world. Doctors, nurses, police officers, first responders, they kind of just nonchalant about life. They kind of just been through it, and especially for Witchers, they've been through it since childhood. So it makes sense for them to not really show emotions, but they are not emotionless. Although he's not as famous as Geralt, and probably will never be, considering he just doesn't like the spotlight. Even while talking to Triss in the books, when the topic of war comes up, he just walks away from it. So he's not really into politics at all. Even with this child of surprise, Deidre Ediman, which I probably butchered, she's actually the one who gave him his scars, by the way. She later sends him a message after she becomes a princess of Caingor, which I probably butchered that too. Eskel simply just burns the letter and does not even read it, which just shows how not into politics he is. Either that, or he still kind of holds a grudge against her for giving him the scars, which just shows his human side a bit more. Eskel has been said in the books to be equally skilled and experienced as Geralt, which I guess does change with the game, but Eskel is probably one of the more powerful characters in the entire Witcher series. The Catacan he hunts down was actually supposed to be a higher vampire, which we know later were retconned, so it's most likely like an ancient Catacan he fought, kind of similar to like Oriana, where like she's like this powerful Brookside that can transform into a human, to a vampire. Think of like I believe his name was Hubert. The way he beat it was to get it drunk and then fight it, which basically was an easy fight. And also he was able to stalk it for an entire month, which just goes to show that him, or I guess any Witcher in general, can be a good assassin, not just Letho. Not to mention he only studies it because he wants to prepare for the future in case he comes across another vampire like that, to which he thinks he can actually beat even without having it drunk, to which Geralt also agrees. He was also ambushed by a manticore in the forest of Creighton. As a matter of fact, the manticore moved so fast that Eskel's medallion didn't even hum. Eskel was injured in the fight and actually got another scar to his collection, but he did manage to kill the manticore and take its head to the nearest village, where the elder said there was no contract on the creature and pretended that he didn't even know what that monster was. And unlike Gaetan, Eskel didn't go all mad and crazy and basically kill the entire place. He just accepted it as destiny and moved on. Which I'm pretty sure everyone watching, we all had some similar experience to this, where nothing went our way and we just kind of just move on. So Eskel is the type of person who just doesn't want any drama at all, just move on with your life, which honestly is really relatable to a lot of people in the real world. Eskel also slept with a succubus and took fish tech, which is a powerful drug in the Witcher world, which just shows that he can enjoy himself at times and he's not just like, he's not some moral character where he's just like, this is wrong and this is right. Even when not liking Yennefer, he still respects her privacy, telling Lambert that whatever Geralt and Yennefer did is none of their business. and not getting angry at her when the child or grass is brought up.
Yen, what do you plan to do with Uma?
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after midnight.
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses, but only—
You fucking what?
Mind your manners, Lambert.
Did you hear what?
Not gonna ask you again.
Sorry. Looking to turn him into a witcher?
In the fight against the Wild Hunt, he fought Cranthier one-on-one. They both were equal until Cranthier started using magic. Like I said in my previous video, Eskel had never used his sign, and his signs are more powerful than Geralt's. Just think about what happened to Imlerith after Geralt used Igni on him, and when Ciri came to the rescue, him and Ciri both fought off a bunch of Wild Hunt warriors. And if you think about how Cranthier died, he was actually getting his ass beat by Ciri. She injured him at first, and then Geralt came and killed him later. So Eskel is no joke when it comes to fighting either. After Vesemir's death, Eskel ultimately decides to move on from Kaer Morhen.
What's on your mind?
Kaer Morhen. Can't imagine this place without Vesemir. I'll head down the valley soon, then find somewhere else to winter next year.
Claiming that with Vesemir's death, Kaer Morhen died that day. Although the journal entry says he takes care of Kaer Morhen, his words say otherwise, which I'm not sure why that is. Like, maybe the devs just kind of messed up on something. And like I said before, Eskel is a really powerful witcher. In the books, he's compared to Geralt as just like pure equals, and he has better magical potential than him, as he's able to like scare Triss or like at the very least shock her with his magical aura just by touching her hand. As someone who's described as Geralt's brother growing up, he's not really that relevant to the Witcher series. I think Witchers themselves, like any Witcher in this game, are pretty like interesting. Like, as soon as we see a Witcher, our neurons just activate, because we have seen Geralt and we know what he's all about, and seeing any other Witcher kind of just like makes us want to just like compare them, or at the very least like think of them as powerful just because Geralt is. Eskel again is no joke. He's able to kill Manticores, ancient catacans, and fight Cranthier. Well, that's it for the video. I just wanted to make a video on Eskel, and I just think he's an underrated Witcher. I really like his dynamic duo with Geralt. They genuinely seem like good friends. Even with all the teasing Geralt does to Eskel, he still cares for him. And Eskel is a pretty weird guy, just telling Geralt of all people like how to get the organ out of the forktail. And even when Yennefer needs to be cleaned, he for some reason just walks up to her, like trying to clean her. Maybe that just his human side again. Like, he's probably scared of Yennefer because, you know, she is a scary lady after all.
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial because—
Because you want to watch him suffer?
Stop interrupting or I will watch you suffer.
If the word neutral had a picture, like, it'd probably be Eskel. I do wish we see him later in The Witcher 4. He seems like a pretty interesting guy, but considering that he went south and Witcher 4 is basically up north, I really doubt that we will see him, but who knows. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you like, comment, subscribe, and take care.